Welcome to Generations Virtual Church, what we call the G WrapUp. We want to thank you for tuning in on today. As you can see, we have new faces. Yes, we do. New faces that you have not seen. Some have been behind the camera. Some just decided to get saved and show up. But we're not going to, weigh out who that was, but we're going to ask them to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Breon Phillips.
All right, Breon.
And I'm Terrence Rowland.
Terrence Rowland. We want to thank you all for tuning in. If you have tuned in, you know that this month and next month is going to be packed with awesome information for the entrepreneurs. For the individuals who don't know what God has called them to do, this month and next month, it is our ITI, which it stands for Invest the Investment. We want you to find a space, and we want you to invest in the investment God has given you. And as you can see, our G Wrap-Ups, we're going to be talking about different subjects and topics. It's going to help you guide your way through understanding what has God called me to do. And if he's called me to that, what excuses am I giving? Today, we're going to deal with those excuses that people use sometimes to say, you know what, he's giving me that gift, but I got this going on, or that person did that. Today, tell your neighbor, no more excuses. We're going to talk about culture hindrances. What is your culture doing to you, and how is that hindering you from giving God back his investment? So let's go and jump into this. Breon, have you ever given yourself an excuse or made up an excuse to pretty much not do what God has called you to do?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
To be completely honest, I have. One of the main excuses I battled with in the past was fear.
Okay.
It was like, I was afraid. The Lord had called me to do something. It was clear. But I was like, okay, Lord, well, if this is what you want me to do, I want to do it. But at the same time, every time I said that and he showed me this is what I wanted you to do, I was like, well, okay. And I would find excuses to kind of keep me from doing what he had told me to do. Wow. So fear was my main.
Fear is a big one. I remember T.D. Jakes said that he dealt with fear of speaking. And just think about what if he would have walked that fear out and not really got over that. He would not be blessing just me. I know just the stuff I do and get from what he says. What if would he just allow fear to overtake his life?
Wow, and it's amazing you say that about fear about speaking, because that's one of the things that the Lord had called me.
Wow. Come on, Lord. Speak this morning, this afternoon, this evening. There we go. We got to figure that out.
But yes, because speaking was one of them. Actually.
Wow.
And I know during that time when he had called me and showed me that's what he called me to do, I was reading a book that Pastor Brown was during fast.
Okay.
He had asked the congregation.
Was it Soul Detox?
Yep, it was Soul Detox.
I didn't make it through that book because that book reads you. You hear me?
That book was good.
I made it to 5.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But that book was
yeah, it was getting a little too personal into my business. Bro, you're not finna read me no shade in this book. Not today, no.
Good. And it really detoxed your soul.
Wow.
And one of the scriptures I had ran across at the end when the Lord had started to speak to me about what he had called me to do, they used the scripture talking about Moses.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I didn't realize how much I could relate to Moses, because he didn't think he was capable.
Wow.
But that's when the power of God, manifested in our lives.
Okay, we're going to deal on how and what you did to come over. Terrence, what was your excuse?
I would have to say it was like a mixture of fear and really laziness.
Okay, wow.
Kind of not wanting to do what the Lord called me to do. Feel like the end, or I am scared.
Yeah. Do you think that this generation, there's more laziness than the previous generations? And if you do think that, why?
I would say it probably is a little bit more laziness in this generation than the next. I really think it's the whole culture thing that we
Okay.
It's really cool for me to do, God's work.
Right. So let me ask you this, hit with this cool piece. After you started walking out what God has given you, did you feel cool? Like, were you like, man, I was running from this, wow, this is giving me energy, or did you still feel the same? Because a lot of times people that say, oh, this is the best life to live. I can't say that when I started, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're giving up your flesh. With your flesh, it's just kind of what you want, and you have to cut that back and say, I got to do what God's called me to do. But now, as I've been walking out just the gift that God has given me, to me, it is cool. It is fun because I know everything that I need, he's prepared for me. There's nothing I need to want for, I need to ask for, because I'm walking the path that he's prepared for me. That's cool. But it took me a minute to get there. So, hitting on this cool piece, what would y'all say to the viewers about how did y'all understand and get to the point to where it was cool for you?
Well, for me, it was like, okay, I had different, I'm just going to use two contrasting experiences. One, when I was in school, I ran for Miss Tuskegee University.
All right.
And me personally, I was too afraid to do that. But
Wow.
the Lord that's one of the things that the Lord was confirmed that that's what he wanted me to do. He gave me the platform and everything laid out, everything for me. And so in that journey, it's like, wow, I actually caught a glimpse of where he had called me to be, that woman he had called me to be. And it was like I was stepping over barriers that was different walls and conquering different things that was hindering my growth. And so that felt good to me that I was able to step forward and have that courage to do that compared to the old me or what Brianna would prefer to do. So that was just like, wow, Lord, wow. And it felt so good because there are people out there that don't have the courage or the boldness to step forth in their calling or just step forth to be the voice for the people. And it was just like, okay, my main thing was just like, okay, inspiring greatness in those who, okay, you can step into your purpose, you can step into your greatness, you can step to the greater you. You know, and so it was just me walking in that. It felt fulfilling and cool to me. A contrasting experience would be standing up for what you believe in those battling or warring against. You standing for integrity. You would think that most people would want to stand with you, but some people, that's not what they want. And that's when it started to get kind of hard. And someone came to me with an experience that I had, and it really set deep into me. They were like, how did you have the courage to stand for integrity when it meant making enemies with your sisters? And it was just like, wow, and it wasn't hit deep in me because I wasn't expecting that. You know, and it's just like sometimes you are going to find yourself walking alone or standing for what you believe in, and that's part of your character, and that's what we have to do when we're called to walk.
So pretty much you're saying when you walk out God's walk, you found your inner superwoman. Because the courage to get past and to go for the pageant, or you know what I'm saying, going from Miss Tuskegee gave you the strength to stand up to really the big issue of your integrity. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes, even though the contracting experience wasn't during
learning,
it was something else. It was actually when I was it was one of my leadership roles that I had, and it was just two different things that you kind of encounter when you're actually the cool thing and the not so cool thing. And the not so cool thing could be you walking alone sometimes.
Gotcha. What do you have to say about that?
I say, well, for me, I think it's all in your mind. And what is your definition of being cool?
What is your definition of being cool? I like that.
Yeah, you know, once you start getting into the word and start believing in God, then you really realize what is cool. You really can take what the world, whatever they consider cool.
Did you deal, now, growing up in school, were you the cool kid?
Yeah, I would say I was.
Oh, yeah. So,
I mean,
big man on campus, really?
You know, only because, you know, the athletics. But
okay.
But other than that, you know.
Were you the cool? Were you the in crowd with the girls, you know?
Well, for me, I was always involved, and people knew my name.
Okay.
Knew me.
So, there's Brianna. There's Brianna. So you knew, they knew you didn't know them. Oh, what's your name again? Okay. All right. I met you where?
I never was the one that liked to be around, like hanging with like the group that it left people out. I was just kind of like, okay, I had, just spoke to everybody.
You had a heart.
Yeah, I was just kind of.
Not me. Not me. I was cool. When I got over there in middle school age and females like, yo, that's JT. Yeah, that's me, girl. What's your number? All right, so listen, I hope you all have been enjoying this information. Real quickly, in 30 seconds, give them some advice on what you did to get over fear.
What I did to get over fear, mainly just keeping my eyes on the prize.
Okay.
Just keeping my eyes on the future and the bigger picture. And that was knowing that this life isn't my own, and keeping others first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like, okay, knowing that I'm assigned to other people and the things that they can receive just from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was kind of my motivation, was people, because I love people.
Mm-hmm.
and I love being that positive influence
Yeah.
or role model or mentor, and that's just what pushed me and motivated me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what was yours getting over being lazy?
Being lazy was really trusting in the Lord and trusting in His Word to know that whatever He said is going to come.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the biggest thing. You just have to jump out, take that leap of faith.
Take the leap of faith and give us real quickly one of the biggest leaps of faith that you had to take. What was the situation that you just had to step out there and do?
I can actually say what I'm doing right now.
Really? What? Talking about behind us?
Yes.
Look at God! And did you just tell yourself, I'm going to do it?
Yes, I told myself, this is what I'm going to do. I believe, it's calling.
Mm-hmm. Just hit it. So people, you can do it. Plain and simple. Get up and just do it. That was not Nike's first. That was God first. Just do it. My God from Zion. But anyway, listen, I want you all, if you want to continue and connect with us, enjoy this conversation, hashtag GWrapUp, okay? It should be scrolling on the bottom of your screen right about now. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, @GenerationsBC. We want to hear from you. And we have some videos and stuff posted on the website about our live event that happened on last Saturday. We want you to see it. And if you want us to come to your city, hit us up and let us know so we can get there and bless you. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. God bless.
To show